Welcome to our channel. Today, we will be looking at two of the most intuitive personality types side by side and finding out which one of them is actually more intuitive. Yes, you guessed it. We're talking about the INFJ and the INTJ. Both INFJs and INTJs are highly intuitive. They share dominant or auxiliary introverted intuition. So, how can we tell them apart? Let's look at a few key areas where these two types may appear similar, but are actually quite different. First, let's talk about what makes these two types intuitive to begin with. Both INFJ and INTJ use introverted intuition as their dominant or second most dominant function. This means that both types have a natural ability to pick up on patterns and trends and to see possibilities that others don't. However, there are some key differences in how each type uses this function. The INFJ uses I dominantly, meaning that they have a deep-seated need to understand the inner meanings and patterns of things. They are constantly searching for deeper insights and understanding, whether it's in their personal relationships, their work, or their spiritual lives. This can make INFJs seem psychic at times, because they often have a strong sense of what others are thinking or feeling even, when there is no logical or concrete evidence to support it. INTJs also use I dominantly, but channel this energy toward strategy, planning, and long-term goals. For an INTJ, introverted intuition is all about identifying abstract patterns and relationships within a system and then using that knowledge to predict outcomes. So while both INFJ and INTJ are highly intuitive, the INFJ's intuition is more people-focused, while the INTJ's intuition is more idea-focused. Another important distinction between these two types is how they use their auxiliary function. The INFJ's auxiliary function is extraverted feeling, FE, while the INTJ's auxiliary function is extraverted thinking, TE. This means that the INFJ is more likely to use feeling and emotion to interpret their intuitive insights, while the INTJ is more likely to use logic and objectivity. For example, an INFJ might feel their way into a future possibility, imagining how a decision or action might affect those around them on an emotional level before making a choice. An INTJ, on the other hand, is more likely to think their way through a scenario, weighing the pros and cons and assessing the likelihood of certain outcomes based on their understanding of the systems involved. Both INFJ and INTJ are visionary types, but their vision looks different depending on who you ask. The INFJ is often drawn to topics related to personal growth, spirituality, and harmony. They want to understand the deeper meaning of life and how to live a more authentic and fulfilling existence. The INTJ, on the other hand, tends to be drawn to innovation, efficiency, and mastery. They want to understand how systems work and how to improve them. So who is more intuitive, the INFJ or the INTJ? It's a tie. But the INFJ is more emotionally intuitive, and the INTJ is more conceptually intuitive. Both types have a strong ability to tap into the deeper patterns and possibilities of a situation. But the INFJ is more likely to focus on the emotional and interpersonal aspects, while the INTJ is more focused on the abstract and logical. We hope you enjoyed learning more about the INFJ and INTJ types and how they approach intuition. If you did, please like the video and subscribe for more insightful personality videos. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.